let's see if anyone joins this live stream. Could you go into the Discord and tell them? I should have told them that. Can you tell them that we're live on my phone now? They're asking, did the live go down or is it just me? I can see the messages, but if I leave this screen, then I won't be able to actually be live with you guys. All right, MK has joined. Let's go. This is much better. We're live on our phone here, and we are completely disconnected from the Wi-Fi, so it is purely running off data right now. So we actually should be much smoother with the live stream now. How do we buy Bio Protocol before the launch? You can't. The pre-sales for it took place months ago, and so now it's just been a matter of getting us to the point where we actually get liquid. So you're going to have to wait until after it launches on January 3rd. And like I was saying before the live cut out, the price that Bio is trading at in the pre-market area before it goes live, so it's very difficult, and you can kind of think it like a predictions market. It's trading at 60 cents per Bio token right now. Now, that's not going to be what it goes live at immediately. They're kind of pricing in some excitement, and the fact that it's getting listed on Solana for Solana's liquidity, and on top of it's getting a Binance listing immediately, is enormous for the momentum. We've seen everything that Binance lists get sent essentially to $1 billion market cap. We got in on the first round at 85 million, so it's going to be a quick little 12x, presumably, if it works out well. Bad form. What do you mean bad form? Bro, what the fuck was this Rifmus airdrop? Yeah, so I guess Pump.science, because they weren't doing the actual Rifmus, which was the launch of 20 new molecules, just like Riff and Euro, I can't use my computer at all. It literally does not have any internet right now, so I'm gonna have to go everything off the top of my head with this one. But because they can't actually do the 20 molecules, they're gonna wait until January to do that, I believe. And because they hyped up something in December, they've decided, I believe, to go forward with an airdrop from, I think, Bio potentially, and then there was one other that I saw, and I went to go pull it up here, but I literally don't have internet to pull it up. So I'm sure that people in the Discord, people in the chat have are fully aware of what the airdrop is. So if somebody could drop it now so that we could all know, that would be very appreciated. We got 23 people in the live stream, but we only have 4 thumbs up on the live stream. So I'm going to need you guys to fix that ratio. Otherwise, we're going to have to cut the live stream, and I'm going to steal everyone's money. Or actually, I'm going to beat the defenseless child over there. And as the title of the live stream says, this is an introduction to our exit liquidity. So he has taken an interest in crypto recently, hence the 2 phones, one for Solana, one for Base. Mm-hmm. Do you happen to own any Bill Nye the DeSci guy?
All of it.
All of it. He is the whale. He is actually the member portal. Whenever you lock up your tokens, it's going to him. I'm just kidding. I'm totally kidding. What is good? Welcome in. Welcome in. What are you doing? I just joined. We're talking about decentralized science. Now, I'm assuming some of you guys are joining this because it is a different style live stream, and you guys are not aware that we go live Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to talk about decentralized science and the broader crypto markets. I'm at my parents' house for Christmas. I'm actually in my childhood room, part of it at least, when we shared a room. And the Wi-Fi is miserable, so I had to go live on my phone, so you guys can't actually see the computer screen. But it is very, very exciting because the markets are rebounding violently. I don't know if you can see Bitcoin's price right there. It's going to be inverted for you. Over here is the current price of Bitcoin on the minute-by-minute chart. And it looks like it's about to break $100,000 here today if we continue this momentum. Bitcoin's up over 5% on the day, and from the lows, it's up over 7%. So that little bit of FUD, that fear of like, oh my goodness, the Federal Reserve is going to stop cutting rates, that kind of is subsiding as people realized that we already knew that. Like, it wasn't new news. It was just scary to hear it confirmed, you know? As a younger brother myself, I hope he wins any sibling battles. He does not win any of them. Oh. You see that, man? No, he wins some of them now.
What?
He smoked a minute ago, so he's not capable of...
let me live.
Rugged to this stream. Bullish. How do you feel about Lake? I am very bullish on Lake. I know Lake has been going through a period of, like, just bleeding. But ultimately, I am extremely bullish on Data Lake. Data Lake has gotten funding from the European Union. Data Lake is one of, if not the leading in actual real-world activity with their company. So, better buy now. When Trump goes in office, everything will go up. See, so, I don't know what I think your name is better, but... Actually, I don't know what your name is. You don't have your name displayed. So that line of thinking is actually a polar opposite of my line of thinking. Now, I hope that we see a continued rally and a normal 4-year cycle, but everyone is thinking, no name, sorry, you're good. Everyone is thinking buy now before Trump gets in office because we're going to go up. It is a staple, buy the rumor, sell the news. I would be willing to stake a large sum of money on the idea that we rally into the inauguration day on January 20th, and then we see a sell-off and consolidation after these crazy rallies we've seen for 2, 3, 4 months. And then, if we are going to get another rally, we see it at the end of the summertime, give or take. But I think we'll have a very long lull again, just like last year and the year before. It's going to be the story repeating itself, right? This cycle has very much been just straight up, sideways, which is beautiful. It is very, very beautiful, but that's my guess on it. Shiba low, Doge low. No. If you're focused on Shiba and Doge, you are focused on the wrong areas, my friend. There are many better opportunities in the market. You know what's low? Dynex. You know what's low? Data Lake. You know what's low? Research Coin. You know what's low? Poseidon, Wellshare, Axon. The list goes on.
Tell them.
Yeah. Graphane looks good. It does look really good, actually. Profit taking will occur, without a doubt, in my mind. Excuse me, Mr. That Investor. Only one with big clients. This is true, Yeti. This is true. So for those of you who don't know, Yeti works directly with Dynex. Now, I'm seeing a lot of interest in quantum computing, but nobody understands what it actually is. I'm not going to explain it to you right here because most people just glaze over in their eyes when I start explaining the quantum computing, but it's Dynex offers what's known as quantum as a service, meaning big companies who want to use a quantum compute network can actually use right now, today, literally right now, can go and start using Dynex's network. And if you've paid attention to their jobs, Dynex, you pay attention to the number of jobs, so the fundamental use of the actual blockchain has been going up and to the right exponentially. Like, in the last 2 weeks, and I believe it was Guinea who pointed this out, and I could be mistaken, but in the last 2 weeks, they've been averaging almost 300 jobs a day, which is by far the most that they've had. And this came right after they announced that biotech company that was going to be using their quantum network. So quantum computing, distributed network, it's basically a stronger cloud, but instead of just storage, it's compute. It's wildly undervalued here at a $25 million market cap, but do your own research. I already did read the Graphane thing. Doge and Shiba, I remember my first year in crypto. I know, that's what I'm saying. Facts, Chris. Good evening, Yeti. Merry Christmas, everyone. Merry Christmas, Spec Truth. I'm excited. Has your brother seen the Welcome to the Diddy Party video? MK? Mods! Get him out of here! Get him out! What chart is selling off over your shoulder? Oh, that would be Bitcoin. But it's on the minute candle, so it went from 99,000 just about down to 98,550. So it went down $500. So it's not really a big sell-off, it's just the volatility within a day. That's the 10-second chart, I think, and then the one on the bottom is the 15-minute. So you can see the one on the bottom has been just going straight up. So, bullish. The chart, in fact, looks bullish. I know. I saw MK. That's why you didn't get timed out. The Asterix Itty Party. Guys. I want everyone to truly onboard as many people as you can over this holiday season. All right? You'd be doing them a service. Okay? I know we're at all-time highs, but it's fine. Just convince everyone. No, but truly use it as a litmus test. All of you guys, and I want everyone to report back after Christmas, okay? Because presumably, and this is actually important, so please, like, jokes aside, listen to it for a minute. At everyone who's in here right now, all 20 of you guys, I want each of you, as you're at your Christmas parties this year, to refrain from talking too much about crypto, okay? What's going to happen is anyone who's paying attention to your life and knows you is likely going to know that you're into crypto. And I want you to please gauge to see their aptness towards listening to what's happening in crypto. See who brings it up. See if once some drinks start flowing, people actually start to pay attention, okay? And start asking you about Bitcoin or crypto. Now, if you need to spark the conversation a little bit and then gauge where it goes from there, if people are like, yeah, or they listen and they're like, isn't it a scam or something? Gauge. But if they come to you and they're like, can you help me set up a Phantom wallet? Can you help me? What is Bitcoin? Should I be buying right now? My Doge is up a bunch. Should I be selling? Like, what's going on? If that's the results of this, I want you to report back. And we need to gauge the social sentiment amongst the normies. All right? Everyone understand the mission? Take it and do it however you want to do it. But this is part of the DeSci shillers. We need to go gauge the broader market. Because if everyone's already in and everyone's already excited and everyone's asking, I've made money, how do I get out? I mean, I feel like it's pretty obvious at that point. Oh, yes. Yeti also just sent me something about the new wallet for Dynex. So that is very bullish. I have been scooping up an unhealthy amount of Dynex. It's not actually that unhealthy, but remember I said I want 100,000 Dynex tokens, and I am approaching... I'm getting close. My price target on Dynex is $100, so 100,000 Dynex tokens means it could maybe, if everything lines up beautifully and we don't get a shortened cycle, at the end of the cycle, I could see it being worth 10 million, 100,000 Dynex tokens. Pretty nuts. I'm not there yet, but I am just slowly accumulating, especially as it keeps falling. I'm like, all right, give it to me. I'll take it. Instead of 40 cents, pause. Instead of 40 cents, I'll take it at 20 cents. Hell yeah. There were more lines on that than my minute. I'm too much pain meds to notice the 10-second. Yeah, that's the one behind me on the top is the 10-second chart for Bitcoin. I'm ready to be a Dynex millionaire already. Uncle Joey gonna be an ultimate exit liquidity. But Dynex just got the new user wallet, which is crazy. Super important to make the experience as simple as possible. The old wallet looks pretty awful. I'm sorry, Yeti, but you know it does. It's very much a dev made this wallet, but you need to make it so that, like, a graphic designer made the wallet. And the new one looks like graphic designer made the wallet. The old one was, like, Bitcoin back in 2011 wallets. And it's like, brother, there was a reason nobody used any of this stuff back then. Damn straight, it's terrible. But the new one... Let's go. The new one is amazing. Yeti did the new one. Bullish. Flash the Rolex and wait for them to notice. This is my favorite conversation started. Use at your own discretion. I think I will retire in 2025. It's either that or I'm going to look at buying my own island. Yes. Those investors' island? No. The DeSci Shiller's yacht party. 100K Dynex. Explosion of the mind. Listen, my conviction, I just have a lot of conviction in it. I don't see a world in which we have an expansion of, like, we're in a world where you need more and more compute power every single week. Every week you need more compute. The current system, the current infrastructure for computational power is archaic. It's just, let's build bigger and bigger computers. There is a leveling up that needs to happen from normal compute into a new thing. The new thing is quantum computing, and we've seen that by Google being involved, IBM being involved, Microsoft being involved, a bunch of random startups getting super involved in this arms race to create and develop the next era of computational power. And Dynex is mountains ahead of them because of a very unique thing. And I've, like, very unique way that they're going about it, in which they're taking regular computers, right now at least, and we'll continue onwards in a moment, but they're taking regular computers and they're simulating an environment in which they can run quantum computers inside of your regular computer, okay? And so essentially, they're adapting the current infrastructure that we have and making it exponentially more powerful by simulating quantum computers on it. And it's not just like theoretical stuff. They already have clients running on top of their network and using their network for computational power. It's so crystal clear to me. And if you go look at Google search trends for quantum computing or quantum, you're seeing that they're exploding as of the last 3 or 4 months. So again, another narrative we were extremely early to here with, I've been talking about quantum computing for the last 2 or 3 years, and I finally, after years of looking, found Dynex, and I could not be more excited about it because it is so obvious. Now, eventually, I do think that we will get to a point in which we just have quantum computers, and Dynex looks like they're going to be part of that crew as well. They're next year going to be unveiling a quantum chip. That's nuts. A room temperature quantum chip that you could just plug right into your computer and have direct access. Run your own quantum nodes. Insane. Mine all the Bitcoin in one single transaction. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. But theoretically, you could just solve every problem back before they could even upgrade the hash. And I know that's not going to happen, but we'll see. Nonetheless, post a screenshot of the new Dynex wallet in that investor's Discord. Bullish. Okay, let me throw you some alpha. Dynex signed off the fab company for the chip yesterday. No way. No way. So we're going to get the prototype. We're going to get like the chip. We're going to have our hands on it soon. That's actually nuts, Yeti. A $23 million market cap. Now, to put it into perspective, okay? You know what? Can we put a 1 in the chat if you want me to explain very briefly quantum computing and why what Dynex is doing is so astronomically more further along in the computational power than the competitors and where we're currently at. Put a 2 in the chat if you're fine just not having me explain it. W. I see a W. Yeti is spamming 1. Quantum computing is it like big database? No, but you can use and actually sift through the big databases. So, okay. I'm going to lay the foundation for you guys to understand the need. And then I'm going to briefly explain what it is actually doing. And I've gone over this multiple times with multiple new people as I'm explaining quantum computing. So I've gotten pretty good at it. But I believe it's like 90% of all of the data that has ever been generated by humanity for the tens of thousands of years that we've existed, 90% of it is from the last, I think, 2 or 3 years. And that is a trend that will consistently occur, right? 10 years from now, 90% of all the data that has ever been generated by human species will have been generated in the last 2 or 3 years. Now, this is mind-blowing if you really think about that. For millennia, we've existed, and all of the data is all just being created right now. And it's creating these astronomically large databases, and we're just collecting every piece of data that you can possibly find. You can't sift through it. With current computers right now, it is not possible to sift through all the pieces of data, which means we're leaving analysis on the table. We're not executing anything as high as it possibly could be, right? If you're not able to use all the data that exists, then you can't make the best decision possible. It's impossible. We've scaled faster than our normal computers can handle. Now, where quantum computing comes into play is that quantum computers can sift through all that data. They can sift through everything. Once we get them up to scale, up to a certain point, we can actually sift through it all and make the most educated, best decisions possible to just fine-tune and scale everything even quicker. Now, what a quantum computer does, which makes it possible to sift through all of this data, and this is just one part of it, but it's a big part of it, is it allows you to run computation in parallel with one another instead of in series. So what do I mean by that? Let's take a maze, for example, okay? And you have a very complicated maze. And Yeti actually gave us this demo in the Discord. So we've all seen this in person, but I'm just reiterating it for everyone and cementing it in your brain. You need to see something 3 times to remember it on average. So let's say we have this very complicated maze. A normal computer, and this is symbolic for how we do computational processes, a normal computer will put one man at the start of the maze, or woman, and say, can you run this maze? And when you get stuck, come back to the start, and we'll restart and just take one different turn, and just keep doing that through the maze until we find the exit. And then when we find the exit, that is symbolic to the answer to the question of how do we best organize the plane to distribute the weight appropriately so it can fly and use the least amount of fuel as possible, right? That's how normal computers do it. So it's very slow and redundant. A quantum computer is like putting a million men or women or 10,000 men or women at the start of the maze and say, all of you guys run in different directions. One of you will find the exit, and we will know within the first computation what the correct answer is or what the correct output is. And so it's able to run computation in parallel, like having millions of computers in parallel. So the quantum chip that Google unveiled this year has 105 qubits. A qubit is the same as a bit for quantum computers. So a bit in your normal computer, a qubit in quantum computing, and it has 3 inputs instead of just the one, or instead of the 2. Yes. No. Do you want to say hello again?
No.
Okay. So a regular bit. A regular bit can be a 1 or a 0. Either the electricity is flowing or the electricity is not flowing. A quantum bit, or qubit, can be a 1 or a 0, or both at the same time. And that allows us to exponentially scale the computational power. It's just a simple function of math. If you can be both 1 and 0 at the same time, then all possible representations of the state of a system can be observed at the same time. They're saying hello, exit liquidity.
Hello.
He says hello. Does that make sense, guys? That makes sense? And so Google unveiled a chip for a quantum computer that is not room temperature. So you need to freeze it down to colder than outer space in order to run it. And it's 105 qubits. Dynex next year will be unveiling a quantum chip that can run at room temperature and is 1,000 qubits, not 100 qubits. So it is 1,000% better, 1,000% more qubits. And remember, this is an exponential scale, so it's not just 1,000% better. It's 1,000% better on an exponential scale, right? So and it can run at room temperature. So it's like, it was a cute little thing that Google unveiled. But if it is a big if, right? We're seeing Yeti give us little teasers saying that they're getting closer and closer. But if Dynex is able to pull off what they're saying that they're going to be pulling off next year, things change fundamentally forever. And on top of that, and that's where I'll kind of like close out the quantum computing's talk, unless you guys have very specific questions. The chip next year being 1,000 qubits is 90% worse than the network for Dynex that currently runs. So because Dynex is a DPIN project, right, a decentralized physical infrastructure, they already have a distributed network of computational power of simulated quantum computers around the entire world that, when they did a stress test on the system, was able to get up to 10,000 qubits. And that was just about a year ago that they did that. So who knows where it's at right now. I would love to get an update on the stress test. But it was so mind-numbingly better than what currently exists out there that if I told you, you wouldn't even believe me. So
I'll be back.
where are you going?
A woman's house.
A woman's house. Wait, before you go, everyone in the chat right now, it is younger brother's birthday right now. Today is his birthday, so I want to get some happy birthdays in the chat for this young stud. He plays for the Ohio State Buccaneers.
Right. No, I don't. You want to get me killed? Is that what you want?
They say congrats, W. HBD, exclamation mark.
HBD?
Yeah.
Is that some new kind of disease?
Yeah, it's a venereal disease.
I think I might have that.
Ah. Does he have any Dynex? Do you own any Dynex?
All of it.
He owns all of it, just like the supply of Bill Nye.
Mm-hmm.
All of it. Derico says happy birthday.
Thank you, man.
Fudweiser says happy birthday, young'un.
Thanks, YN.
He's 22 today. Should I give your address as well?
No.
Get a wallet sorted out for him. Deal.
He don't do nothing for me.
Excuse you. I do lots of things for you.
He says, invest in this, and I do. $600 goes up to like 1,000, and then it just goes down to like $5.
Okay, listen.
No. Every
That
single
was
time.
everyone. Derek knows it's the. It was because of the PACA merger. They changed contract
I'm not talking
addresses.
about just that. I'm talking about every single one.
No, not every one of them. MCS is another one, but that's because you were only fixated on ICP. You need to get into some of these other
ICP
things.
is the future.
It is the internet computer. Cooked. Dynex will be a good one.
Now.
Looking good, my guy. Thank you, Steve the Canadian. Mark, Yeti says he'll send you 500 Dynex if you get the wallet situated. That's a good deal.
What wallet?
The Dynex wallet.
Oh, come on, man. That's a lot of work.
Do you want the free Dynex? He means it. I've seen him give out some money to different people in the chat before. W in the chat for Yeti. I think Dynex goes to $100, so that's potentially 50 grand.
Patrick.
What?
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. If Dynex goes to $100, 500 Dynex, you add 2 zeros to it. 500.
I gotta go.
If it goes to $10,
I don't got time for this. I gotta go.
if it goes to $10, that's $5,000. If it goes to 100, that's 50 grand. If I make it for you, I'm just gonna keep it. Bruh. All right, have fun.
I will. Here. Let me just.
Yeti, look at what Mark has on his door. It's a sign. It's a sign, Mark.
There you go.
Oh shit, we got a donation. $5 as a Purdue grad. Happy birthday to Mr. the Ohio State.
Oh shit.
Dang.
Thank you, sir.
Dang.
Wow.
Look, he's got his own
My own
flag
face.
of himself.
Oh,
What
that's
are
a
you-
beautiful picture.
What are you eating?
A lemon pie. Enjoy, guys. It looks like I have Down syndrome. I work somewhere special, and we got this guy. He came in, and I had to like put in his email, and I go, "What's your password?" And he goes, "Up syndrome." The guy had Down syndrome, and he's like, "My password, up syndrome." I'm like, "No."
That's amazing.
Okay, bye.
That's super funny. Have fun.
I will.
Oh man, Mark is a hilarious person. W for Yeti. Oh shit, MJ, it's your birthday too. Of course I can throw some Dynex around. W. Oh wait, I get it. It's not actually MJ's birthday. He's just saying that so he gets the Dynex. C90, I'm not giving him the $5 that you donated. I'm sorry. What do you guys think? Should I put it in Dynex and give it to him, or put it in Bill Nye and give it to him? You know, he doesn't even own any Bill Nye. Set him up a wallet and just give him the keys. I know. Yeah, but what if I just memorize them by accident? What if I accidentally memorize the keys and I'm like, oh, let me just take it. Hey. Oh, okay. Wisdom teeth got yanked. Oh shit, C90, that hurts. Talked about Bioprotocol, did not talk about Mudo. So I'll go give a rundown quickly of Mudo and then remind everyone of what we talked about with Bio. And then I think I'm probably going to close it out. This was a lot of fun, actually. I'm glad we went on the phone and not tried to continue onwards with the photo or the laptop. YouTube took his cut. Rip. So Mudo, aka ticker DNA, is a personalized health medicine company which has decided to enter into Web3. So they already have a giant existing cohort or subset of data and profit, as they are a revenue generating company already, which has just decided to get in on the fun of Web3 and crypto. Now, let's be real. Yes, they are tokenizing and putting data on chain to help progress some of this decentralized future that we all envision. They also see the liquidity that is in DeSci and did a multi-million-dollar raise at a very high valuation, but it's already much higher than what that valuation was that they raised at. So they just launched yesterday while I was on the plane, and I scooped a little bit of it. I think I'm just chilling marginally up right now, but DNA, it's personalized healthcare medicine, and they do not just like sequencing of the DNA, but they also help with the full picture of your genome and your epigenetics. So how like because if you just sequence your DNA is going to be something that doesn't really change much. It might mutate as you grow older and older, but it doesn't really change much from day to day or week to week. But your epigenetics, meaning all of the protein and the RNA and the DNA that are floating around your main core DNA strand, get influenced and impacted based off what you eat on a day-to-day, how much water you drink, what the air quality is, if you flew that day. Like, your epigenetics are your environment influencing your actual DNA, and so they can sequence that as well. And so they are able to generate more money because they need you to come in and get sequenced multiple times, not just once in a while, right? Not just once every decade. So I am actually bullish on Mudo. I was a little bit hesitant at first because they just kind of popped up out of nowhere, and I saw a bunch of spam accounts like tagging me and stuff, but that was just their marketing campaign. I disagree with that model of a marketing campaign, but I'm not running the company. They are, but it was their way of generating attention and some buzz before, you know. Will this live be recorded so I can watch it back, please? I believe so, Angly. Okay. I almost read your name out loud, my guy. Yes, it'll be recorded, so you can come back and listen to it again. Hopefully they update the circulating market cap here soon. I haven't looked today, but as of yesterday, it was like a $400 million market cap, but that is fully diluted. Remember, fully diluted market caps do not mean anything. They do not mean anything. They're made up numbers based off of how many tokens are available times the price per token. The price per token is influenced by the circulating supply of the token. So you want to look at circulating market caps in order to find short-term price predictions, not fully diluted market caps. Now, if you're going to hold something for a long period of time, you do need to know how they're going to plan on getting from just the circulating supply into fully diluted market caps. So pay attention to that kind of information. But for pricing, circulating is the only thing that matters. And I believe it's only like 10% of the, maybe even less, like 5% of the total supply for DNA is in circulation. Now, on top of that, you have the Bio Protocol, which on January 3rd will be listed on Binance. They're going to go live on Solana with the token, and I think BNB, but don't quote me on that one. They'll be going live on Solana and then getting listed on Binance on January 3rd. Now, almost every coin that gets listed on Binance, at least so far in the cycle, has gone bonkers up to $1 billion or pretty damn close. And the pre-trading market for Bio is already up at 60 cents, which represents nearly a 20x from when we all got in the first round of pre-sales. So crazy. Congrats. Another W. Mudo locked 173,000 liquidity for 3 years. What? The liquidity pool for Mudo is only 173,000. Am I hearing that correctly, MJ? That is wild. That investor, we should do a DNX Okta interview next. You've done one with DNX and Okta separate. You should have me and Tariq both on. Yeti, I'm not going to be able to say a single word in that interview. You know it. I know it. Everyone watching knows it. I am down. I think it would be fantastic to get you guys talking. I think it'd be fantastic. And then we could talk about, let's do it after we have everything squared away that we've been addressing and talking in DMs. That way we can talk about what it is that we've been talking about privately, publicly. I think that would be a good one. Hell yeah. Nico asks about Algorand, although he just says Algorand ! Algorand, listen, guys, listen. And this is actually where I'm going to leave you guys off because I'm going to go to the bathroom and I have to go back to my family, but the thesis for the cycle is very easy, okay? Pay attention, get your notebooks out, all right? If you want a 2 to 3x, sure. Coins like Algorand, you can just hang on to them and you probably don't have to worry much. You can sleep a good, peaceful night, but you are going to get some severe FOMO because that is not the play for this cycle. Last cycle, it was coins like Algorand, coins like HBAR, coins like XRP, whatever, because they were newer coins. The first cycle a coin has is always going to be the best cycle, at least 95% of the time, right? Most of the time, the first cycle is the best cycle. So what does that mean for us? We need to look for coins that are just getting into the market over 2024, 2023, or 2022. If it's older than 2022, I'm not really that interested in the token. I'm just being real. There's a good chance I'm not going to be interested. If it's higher than $100 million market cap, I'm probably not going to touch it. Algorand is both old and a really high market cap. The tech's outdated. It doesn't matter anymore. You can get a nice little 3x maybe, but I would much rather get a 10, 20, 30x than a 1, 2, or 3x, you know? That's just me. But I balance meme with DeSci. Nice. Bullish. What is a meme coin? All I know is DeSci. Let's go! Let's go! Liar. MK has traded over 50k meme tokens this year alone. I believe it. I believe it. ICP is the, like I said, most of the things I pay attention to are things that are not old, right? ICP came at the end of last cycle, so while it technically is a little bit of an older coin, I do think it's going to have a good spike in its price. But if you pay attention, most of the stuff that I'm doing in ICP are the beta plays built on top of ICP to make DeFi real. So they are new things. I'm talking MCS, Alpaca, KongSwap, right? They're meme coin EXE. Now MCS has been pretty dismal, but KongSwap and Paca have really done it for me when it comes to ICP. You know what I mean? So Dynex, correct, Dr. Nick, correct. Dynex, Noble, Research Coin, DNA, Wellshare, Poseidon, Eagle AI. What else is out there? I already said KongSwap. Dynex, yeah. It's very clear to me. Okta, beautiful. Look at BitTensor. BitTensor went nuts. BitTensor's a newer coin. BitTensor had good tokenomics. New coin going nuts. Caspa, new coin, good tokenomics, went nuts. Right? New narrative. Good. Makes sense. Bill Nye, the DeSci guy, going to be merging AI, is merging AI agents with decentralized science in a way that is memifiable and more, very, very more. Okay. I told you I was going to get off before I went on this rant. Much, much, much more to come. Isn't that right, Yeti? Your time is your most valuable asset. Hopefully, this was worth investing it into. Make sure you guys take some time with your family. And again, don't forget to do that analysis on their perception of crypto and report back. Not tomorrow. We won't be live tomorrow, but I'll be live Friday. I'll be live Friday. So report back on Friday with how everything went when you gauged your family's sentiment for crypto. And I will see you guys in the next video.